When you buy your new inflatable spa, in my case is SaluSpa Coronado 6 model, don't throw the packaging yet, because look at that. It contains some instructions right out of the box that you might consider before you setting up your spa. In this case, for instance, the manufacturer is not recommending inflating the spa when it's below 59 Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. Now, when you unbox it, you will have 3 large boxes plus cover and inflatable and the manual. So in the first box, you will find the pump. In the second box, you will find the actual spa. And in the third one, you will find the main cover. Before you start setting up the place for your spa, and in my case, it will be this place with the pavers, test it out first. Put it ideally on the grass, or if you have a garage, put a tarp, inflate it, assemble it, test it out, make sure there are no air leaks if you can spot it. Only after that, set it up permanently. This is an inflatable model, so everything can go wrong, and also it has the pump, which you want to confirm or it can inflate the spa first. So of course, before you bought the spa, you consider the space where you're going to be installing it. You will need at least 8 by 8 feet of space. Also, one consideration, if you don't have the receptacle nearby and you absolutely have to use the extension cord like me, make sure you have 12 gauge outdoor extension cord rated no less than 15 amps. It's not recommended by manufacturer, but I have no choice. I have to run the cord, and this is 100 feet cord. I already ordered the smaller cord. It's about 50 feet. Again, 12 gauge, 15 amp rated, and it's for outdoor use. Later on, I will install the receptacle, but today and for this couple of months, I'll have to run it through the extension cord. So the jacuzzi is in high demand. I have a little help. Now, first, we're gonna check out this unit, and there are some connectors here. Here's the pump, and I'll put it this way so you can see the outlets. This is the cord. It's pretty long, but again, I don't have right now the receptacle nearby, which will be installed later. This is the hose for inflating. We also have filter, cam connect, adapters. As I said, this is the second cover with inflatable to put into it. Instruction. So we'll take out the spa, and here we have 3 more head pads. Now this is the cover. Okay, so let's unroll. If you use utility knife, be very careful. There is also a serial number that you want to store. So you want to turn the spa where all the hoses are close to your pump. The reason for that, you are looking for this small inlet right here where it says serial number. And here you will be connecting that hose to inflate it. Take this bag. And you're gonna need this connector. Screw it in and open it up like this. Do not over tighten. Everything here is pretty much plastic and rubber. So all the connections you tie, make sure you don't do cross threading. Avoid cross-threading as much as you can and avoid over-tightening. Now take your hose and you want to screw it right here. This is where the bubble's coming from. Just put this hose right here and you will find two connectors here. So you will need this slim connector. What you're gonna have is Wi-Fi blinking. You don't need Wi-Fi right now. Just press the power. Okay, now the power is on. Now you want to generate some bubbles. Okay, so looks good. Test it out. You can press with your hand. If it goes inch, maybe inch and a half to the bottom, is good enough. First, let's test all the parts and leave them for either for the day or for the night. Make sure that nothing gets deflated. Once you're done with inflating, disconnect the hose and snug the cup. Test it out again. Do not overinflate. Don't forget to disconnect the hose. Here you see some warning information attached. Basically, this is the drain valve. This is the pressure relief valve. This is where you're gonna attach the filter, and this is where you're gonna attach the chemicals. Untie both cups. Make sure it's snug here. Here. You can attach the filter right here. And do the same for the chemicals. Here there is no threading. It just snug and rotate. Good. So next we want to inflate this bladder and install it in this cover. Now you want to take this inflatable part and put it right within this space. When you put it in, make sure that it puts equally in every corner. And when it inflates, also positioned equally. Connect to the bladder, turn it on, and then start inflation. Now, this is how the cover looks. It's getting pretty dark, so we're gonna leave this spa for the night. We're gonna put this cover on. We're gonna come back in the morning. We're gonna see if everything is okay, and if everything stays inflated, we're gonna connect it to the pump. We will clean out the space, and then we will see what type of insulations we're gonna put on here. It's a beautiful day, it's sunny, and as you can see, the spa is still inflated. We're certain that the spa is not deflating, and we can continue the setup. This is how the base looks. If you want to watch how I set up this base, check my video in the comments below. But just to quickly show you, there is a layer of rigid insulation. There is half an inch OSB panel, though I would recommend subfloor grading OSB panel. This will be here for a couple of seasons, and then we will put it on the deck. Then there is a layer of bubble insulation, completely optional. I just had it. And to make it waterproof, there is an outdoor graded tarp on top of everything. And then here we'll put the spa. Make sure you position the spa exactly where you want it. Now is the time to connect these units, which is a pump and bubble generator, to the spa. You have all the pipes here. This one is the drain, so make sure that it's tight. Also, make sure again that the filter, that the chemical disposer, everything's connected, and also make sure that the drain plug is fully attached and it's not gonna leak. Now connect all three plastic fittings to the pump. Do not over tighten and do not cross thread. So first one, second, and third one. Now we're going to fill it up with the water, but before you do it, check out what's inside. If you kept it uncovered for a couple of hours, you might have some dust in it. See some leaves here. You can gently vacuum the spa before, or you'll be able to clean it up later on. I'll just have a blower and just blow some dust off this spa. We're going to add water now. It's probably going to take a couple of hours to fill it up, but if you want to speed up the process of heating, you might fill it up with hot water from your house. And I think in general it would take about 24 hours to heat to 104, 103 Fahrenheit. But today is pretty hot, and what we're gonna do once it fills up to the level we want, we'll switch on the pump and I'll show you, and later on we'll put the cover on top of it to heat it up faster. So we are at the level wanted. We're going to turn on the pump and heat the spa. So make sure your spa pump is connected. Now you can turn it on, just press the power button. I have Celsius here. If you want to switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit, just press this button. So we have 84 Fahrenheit here. Now we want to turn on the heating and start circulation. So press this button and you hear it started working. And now it circulates the water and heats it up. If you put your hands down here, closer to the chemical dispenser, you will feel there is a water going from it. Now we want to put 103 degrees Fahrenheit here, but it's up to you which temperature you're comfortable with. I really want to heat up this water as soon as possible, so I'm gonna put the lid on top of it. Before I do it, let's check for the leaks. It's very important. So this is your water circulating, and the bubbles will be right here. You don't need them yet. You can have a piece of napkin here just to test it out, or with your hands, make sure it's not wet. Now I'm gonna put the cover on and I'm gonna leave it for a couple of hours, then I'll come back and then I'll put the chemicals in the dispenser so it can start circulating with the chemicals. Don't put chemicals right away once you start the spa. Give it at least half an hour to circulate, and then you can stop it. Put from 2 to 4 bromine tablets if you have 1 inch. If you have 3 inch, I don't think the 3 inch will fit here, so make sure you get smaller one. So it's a little bit tricky to put the cover on, honestly. So you have to get used to it. See, it just drops right there. I came back about an hour later. Actually didn't heat up much. Let's unlock it. Just hold it for a couple of seconds, 3 seconds. Now it's unlocked. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn off the unit, we're gonna add bromine chemicals, and we're gonna turn it back on. I'm gonna reach out the dispenser. We're going to place 2 tablets of bromine. So you go ahead and drop bromine, then close it. See, there is an unlock. You want to turn it to the lock, and then here you have plus and minus, which decreases or increases the use of chemicals. I've put it on max setting, which is plus here, And you see that all these little outlets, 4 on each side, it opens. So now we just put it on. Let's quickly test out how the bubbles work here. Press the bubbles. Press it again. Here you go. So now we want to wait until it heats up, until our set temperature. Just to show you how head cushion gets added, simply put it on, and it's like that for convenience. There is a thicker all-weather cover that can be put on top of the lid. This is how cold weather cover looks, and that's how you can set up new SaluSpa Coronado Inflatable spa model. Thanks for watching. As usual, let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. If you found this video helpful, like, comment, subscribe. This will greatly help growing of this channel. And until the next one, cheers.